My beloved, my chosen one, do you feel that strange rush in your chest right now? That pulse that makes your hands shake and your breath grow shallow. It's not fear, it's recognition. Your spirit has just heard its name echo through the heavens. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. Archangel Michael says, "My child, I need your attention now. This cannot wait another moment." The reason your heart feels heavy lately is because heaven is trying to speak, but the noise of the world keeps drowning it out. Right now, silence everything around you. Stop scrolling. Stop thinking about later. Because later will be too late. Heaven has turned its gaze toward you in this very instant. And when heaven looks, destinies shift. You think this is just another message, another video. It's not. This is the message that almost didn't reach you. The enemy tried to block it through distraction, through delay, through doubt. But God said, "Enough. Send it through. Tell my child their time has come." That's why you're here right now reading these words as if something invisible pulled you here. Because something did. Let me ask you something, beloved. How many times have you said, "God, give me a sign"? How many nights have you cried, "Please, I just need one clear answer"? This is that answer. You are standing in your divine intersection, the place where heaven meets your waiting. And if you walk away now, you walk away from the miracle that was meant to be placed in your hands. Archangel Michael says, "My child, don't you see? The clock of destiny has struck. The sand has fallen. The gate is open. But only those awake can walk through it." That's why this moment feels different. Your soul can sense the shift before your eyes can see it. The air around you feels charged because heaven is in motion, rearranging things, moving people, preparing miracles. Pause here, listen. There's a reason your spirit trembles when I say this. You are standing at the edge of breakthrough. One decision, one act of obedience, one yes could rewrite your next decade. Don't let fear steal it. Don't let doubt delay it. For too long you've been fighting silent battles, wondering if heaven still hears you. But every tear you cried became a seed, and now those seeds are pushing through the soil of delay, ready to bloom. The pain wasn't punishment. It was preparation. The waiting wasn't denial. It was alignment. Michael says, "Tell my child that I have been fighting in the unseen for them. Tell them that the storms they survived were never meant to destroy, they were meant to awaken." And now heaven is saying, "Rise. It's time." Beloved, you've been underestimated. People thought your silence meant defeat. They didn't know heaven was working behind the curtain. The very things that broke you are now the proof that you cannot be broken again. Your scars are not signs of weakness, they are seals of survival. Do you know why this message sounds like it's speaking directly to you? Because it is. Heaven has millions of children, but this one, this exact word was written with your name on it. The angels are watching your response right now. They are leaning in, waiting to see if you'll stay till the end or walk away again. Don't make the mistake of treating this like just another word. This is the last warning before the release. Michael says, if they turn away again, the blessing will delay another season. That's why the enemy fights so hard for your attention. He knows your breakthrough is already at the door. Beloved, have you noticed the signs lately? The strange dreams, the repeated numbers, the sudden restlessness. Those are not coincidences. They're signals from heaven saying, prepare. Something is about to shift so drastically in your life that even those who doubted you will say, surely God is with them. This message carries the final key. The moment you hear it, your faith begins to move mountains in silence. Right now, chains are loosening, hearts are softening, and what was stolen is making its way back to you. Heaven is rearranging time itself to make sure your destiny is restored. God says, my child, I never left you. Even when you thought I was silent, I was building. Even when you thought I was far, I was closer than breath. He sent Michael with this word because your turning point has arrived. And now I ask you, don't just listen. Respond. If your heart is racing right now, it's because your spirit recognizes truth. This is your confirmation. Don't wait for another. There won't be another like this. Stay until the end because what I'm about to tell you next could save your destiny. The enemy's last tactic is distraction. He will whisper, scroll away, skip this. Don't. That's how countless souls miss their appointed moment. But not you, not this time. Michael says, my child, the heavens are writing a new chapter over your name. Your story is not ending in pain. It's rising in power. What's been delayed will now come suddenly. Doors will open that no man can shut. And what was once broken will shine with purpose. You've been hidden long enough. Now heaven is saying, reveal them. You are the miracle someone else has been praying for. Your rise will prove that God never forgets His children. So here is your choice, beloved, fear or faith. Doubt or destiny. Delay or divine timing. Heaven waits for your yes. The moment you say it, everything shifts. And if your spirit feels alive right now, if you can sense that this message carries your name, then hold it close. Because the words you're hearing are not just sound. They are assignment. They are prophecy. Michael says, the warning is over. The release begins. My child's time has come. And as this moment closes, remember when heaven speaks, silence becomes sacred. You were chosen to hear this, not by chance, but by divine appointment. My dear child, if this message has touched your heart, I invite you to share your faith by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. If you feel inspired to support this mission of spreading love and light, you can contributing $50 to $100 through Super Thanks to help spread this message to even more people. Remember, every act of generosity, no matter the amount, is deeply valued and appreciated. The air around you is shifting right now. Can you feel it? The weight that's been pressing on your spirit for years is beginning to lift, though you can't yet explain why. That's because heaven has started moving behind the veil. Even now I can see the light breaking through the cracks of what once held you bound. My child, this is not imagination, this is manifestation. Every prayer you thought went unanswered was actually building momentum in silence. Every night you cried and said, "God, are you even there?" Those words echoed in the chambers of heaven, and now the response has come. This message is not just being spoken to you, it is being activated in you. You've walked through seasons that tried to bury your faith. You've seen doors close in your face, people turn their backs, and situations fall apart just when hope was near. You thought you were being punished, but you were being prepared. Heaven was shaping your endurance, stretching your faith to make room for what's coming next. And now the final test stands before you. Will you stay until the end of this revelation? Will you trust long enough to receive what's already waiting? Stay close, because in the next few moments you'll understand why everything had to happen the way it did. God says, the storm you survived was never meant to destroy you, it was meant to clear the path ahead. You see, beloved, there are blessings that only grow in broken soil. The cracks in your heart are the places where light can finally enter. You wanted comfort, but heaven wanted transformation. You wanted an easy way out, but heaven wanted to build something unshakable within you. That's why your strength was tested, your patience stretched, your faith refined. It was never rejection, it was redirection. You were not being punished, you were being positioned. Archangel Michael says, "I have stood beside you in battles you never saw. When the enemy tried to silence your mind, I covered you with my shield. When darkness whispered that you were alone, I was the unseen hand keeping you upright. You didn't fall apart by chance. You were held together by grace. Every delay was divine protection, every detour was guidance disguised as confusion. Heaven never left you, it was watching how you would react when nothing made sense. And you passed the test, you're still here. You're still standing. But now listen carefully, because what comes next requires your attention. The enemy knows you're closer than ever to breakthrough. That's why distractions will increase, doubts will scream louder, and unexpected chaos may rise suddenly. But this is the final distraction before the divine reversal. Don't let it win. Don't scroll away. Stay. Because what's about to be revealed in the next few moments will shift the course of your life forever. This isn't a metaphor, it's a prophetic moment. You've entered the threshold of your miracle. You might ask, "Michael, how will I know it's real?" You'll know because confirmation will follow these words. Within days something will happen, an unexpected message, a long-awaited opportunity, or a sudden inner peace that feels supernatural. That will be heaven's signature, proving this was never coincidence. Mark this day. Remember this moment. Heaven is aligning what was once scattered. Every piece is returning to its place. And the restoration will not come quietly, it will arrive in waves that even those who doubted you will have to acknowledge. Pause now. Breathe again. Let your spirit absorb this truth: you are not behind schedule. You are right on time. You were never forgotten, you were being hidden until the right season. And that season is now. The same God who watched you in the shadows is now bringing you into the spotlight of purpose. What once embarrassed you will become your testimony. What once broke you will become your weapon. You will not just survive, you will shine. God says, "Tell my child, I am rewriting their story." Tell them the chapters of sorrow are closing and the ink of glory has begun to flow. This is the part where faith meets manifestation. You will soon look back at this exact moment and say, that was the day everything changed. Heaven's timing is perfect even when your patience isn't. And now the balance is shifting in your favor. Archangel Michael says, the gates are opening, I see the massive doors of opportunity swinging wide in the spirit realm. What was locked for years is about to open with ease, but remember this is conditional. You must walk through the door when it appears. Don't hesitate, don't question it, and don't let fear tell you you're unworthy. You were chosen for this path and heaven never makes mistakes. You may feel unqualified but grace qualifies you, all you have to do is step forward in faith. You've waited long enough, you've prayed long enough. The time for waiting is ending and the time for walking in victory has begun. Every delay that once frustrated you is being reversed, every no you received is being rewritten into yes, and the people who once underestimated you will witness what divine favor truly looks like. God says, He's not just restoring what was lost, He's multiplying it. My beloved, hear me now, the season of isolation is ending, the time of hiding is over. You will see divine connections forming, people sent by God to help you elevate you and confirm your calling. Don't chase after what left you, don't cry over what didn't stay. The things that fell away were never part of your future, they were part of your pruning. God removes only to replace and His replacements always exceed the loss. Before I end this revelation, I must tell you something important. Every message you receive like this is part of a divine map guiding you toward your full purpose. If you feel the fire of truth in your heart, if you know these words are not coincidence, then don't let this be the last time heaven reaches you. Subscribe now, not as a formality but as a declaration that you are ready to walk in divine alignment. Every time you stay connected, heaven has another message waiting to unfold your destiny. And as this message settles in your heart, remember this truth. Heaven does not waste words, if it reached you it was meant for you. You were not scrolling randomly, you were guided by design. The same hand that brought you here is now releasing what you've been praying for. The waiting is over, the shift is here, the light is breaking through. Your destiny is not approaching, it's already knocking. Open the door fully, this is your moment, your confirmation, your turning point. Don't look away, don't delay. What you do now decides what unfolds next. Stay faithful, stay awake and stay ready. Because the heavens have spoken and they have spoken your name. Many cry for miracles but few stay long enough to see them bloom. Heaven does not release its treasures to the impatient. You beloved are being tested not by delay but by endurance. God says, tell my child the longer they waited the greater the portion will be. You have been stretched, yes, but not broken. The pressure was never meant to crush you, it was meant to shape you into someone who could carry the weight of glory that is now being released. Child, do you remember those nights when you almost gave up? When your prayers felt like whispers thrown into an empty sky? Those weren't wasted moments, every silent tear watered the soil beneath your destiny. Every sigh became a seed. Now the ground beneath you trembles because those seeds are ready to burst into harvest. Archangel Michael says, this is not a random season, this is divine scheduling. What took others decades will happen swiftly for you because you stayed when others ran. There are angels positioned around you now recording your response. They are not looking for perfection, they are looking for faith. Even a flicker is enough. That trembling in your spirit right now, that's heaven confirming alignment. Don't scroll, don't move. Let these words fill your chest until your doubt collapses. The enemy has fought this very moment because he knows what happens if you believe fully. He loses grip and you rise. Listen carefully, beloved. The storm that nearly drowned you was never meant to destroy you, it was meant to reveal that you could walk on water. Every betrayal, every delay, every unanswered prayer has been secretly rewriting your story toward triumph. God says, "Tell my child I was never late, I was building something eternal inside them." And now that foundation is ready. The winds will change. The same waves that tried to swallow you will now carry you forward. But hear this warning in the depth of your soul. Not everyone around you can go where you are going. Some people in your life were attached to your pain, not your purpose. They celebrated your weakness because it made them feel strong. Heaven is cutting cords now. Relationships that drain you will start to fall away, and you must not chase them. Let go, the pruning is proof of the promise. The branches that remain are the ones that will bear fruit. Child of light, do not confuse loneliness with loss. Solitude is where destiny breathes. Archangel Michael says, "Tell my child to stop mourning what heaven has removed. What left was never meant to stay. You are being refined, not rejected." The silence around you is not emptiness, it is the sound of heaven rearranging your life behind the curtain. Stay still, do not rush the unfolding. Every piece is aligning in ways you cannot yet see. Do you feel that weight lifting? That sudden calm wrapping around your heart? It's not imagination, it's the divine exchange. Heaven is trading your anxiety for assurance, your fear for faith, your mourning for movement. God says, "I am turning the tide, I am restoring what was stolen, I am multiplying what was broken." Soon you will stand in places you once only dreamed about. People will look at you and wonder how you survived what should have destroyed you, and you will simply smile knowing it was grace. Now listen closely, for what I say next is sacred. The signs of your miracle will come quietly at first: a phone call, a message, a sudden shift in an old situation. Don't overlook the small beginnings. Every ripple carries a revelation. The heavens never shout when they can whisper. Pay attention to peace that is your confirmation. When something feels effortless, when your spirit feels rest instead of resistance, that's heaven's yes. Follow it, trust it. The world will soon witness the reversal that heaven promised you. You have been walking through a season of testing, but the test is ending. The teacher is silent during the exam, but now the results are ready. You passed, you endured, you remained. And heaven rewards faithfulness. Michael says, "Tell my child they are stepping into a season of divine recovery. What was delayed is being delivered, what was denied is being restored sevenfold." There will be moments soon when favor feels almost frightening, when blessings come too fast to count. Don't shrink from it. You earned this by not quitting. You suffered, you stayed, you believed when belief felt like madness. Now heaven calls you favored, walk in that identity without apology. The tables are turning. The stones they threw at you will build your platform. The same voices that doubted you will whisper your name with reverence. But before this unfolds fully, heaven asks for one thing: your focus. The distractions around you are not coincidences, they are last-minute traps. The enemy knows he cannot stop the blessing, so he tries to steal your attention. Guard your peace as fiercely as you guard your dreams. Be still in your spirit, speak less, listen more. The quieter you become, the louder you will hear heaven's guidance. Child, the anointing on your life is rare. The path you've walked has been lonely because it was sacred. Do not envy others, they were never meant to carry what you carry. Your pain was a passport into purpose. And now heaven is ready to release what has been held back until this very moment. Michael says, "Tell my child the waiting is over. The scroll has been opened. Their name is written in the decree of destiny." Pause here, let that sink in. You are not behind, you are precisely on time. Heaven's timeline is not measured by clocks but by readiness. And you are ready now. Ready for favor, ready for healing, ready for divine acceleration. God says, "Tell my child I am bringing them into a season where every no will turn into a better yes. Every closed door will lead to the right one. Every delay will prove divine. So do not fear what's ahead. The same hand that guided you through storms will guide you into sunlight. The same God who caught your tears is now filling your cup to overflow. Your story is shifting even as you breathe these words. Chains that held generations before you are snapping. What bound your bloodline ends with you. You are the turning point, the one heaven trusted to break the pattern. And you have done it by standing firm in faith. Stay here for a moment more, feel it. The energy, the light, the peace, it's not just emotion, it's transformation. Heaven has drawn near. This message has not just spoken to you, it has unlocked you. You are no longer who you were at the start of this reading. You are becoming who heaven always knew you could be. The evidence will follow swiftly, doors opening, opportunities flowing, unexpected favor surrounding you like air. My dear child, if this message has touched your heart, I invite you to share your faith by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Remember, every act of love and faith you show keeps this divine light burning in the world. Heaven has chosen you not just to receive but to shine. Carry this light forward. Stay ready, stay watchful, and remember you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. And now the time of unveiling has come. But hear me now, beloved, because this is where the story turns. You think you have reached the edge of your strength, but heaven sees it differently. When the world says you are at your limit, God says you are at the threshold. The very moment you feel like quitting is the moment heaven prepares your reward. Archangel Michael says, "Do not give up, for the light you carry terrifies the darkness that tried to destroy you." Every battle you faced wasn't proof of your weakness, it was confirmation of your divine power. Have you ever noticed how the attacks increase right before something shifts? That's because the enemy can sense what's coming before you can see it, he fears your awakening. That's why he whispered doubt into your mind, that's why he sent betrayal to break your trust. But what he didn't realize was that every wound only made you more dangerous in the spirit. God says, I have watched your tears fall and I have turned each one into a weapon of victory. You are not a victim of warfare, you are the weapon heaven forged through it. Stay with me. Because the revelation I'm about to share will open your eyes. There are people in your circle who celebrated your pain in silence. They smiled while your heart broke. But heaven says, their laughter ends now. The season of silent suffering is over. What was hidden in darkness is about to be announced in light. And you, yes you, are about to walk into rooms where your name was once rejected and it will now be requested. Do you feel that chill running through your spirit is not fear, it's recognition. Your soul knows truth when it hears it. You were not meant to stay in the shadows. You were meant to stand in the spotlight of divine favor. The years the locusts have eaten are being restored. The time you thought was wasted is being rewritten into wisdom. Archangel Michael says, your story will not end in sorrow, it will end in glory. Child of light, listen carefully. The pain you felt was never random, it was targeted refinement. Every closed door was heaven's protection. Every lonely night was divine training. You thought you were being buried, but you were being planted. And now what was planted in tears will rise in triumph. The soil of suffering has birthed something heaven cannot ignore, your anointing. There are angels moving even now. I see them carrying scrolls, each one with your name. They are descending with instructions, divine alignments and open doors. But they will only stop where faith remains. That is why you must endure. Because endurance is the language heaven responds to. Many start strong but fade before the blessing arrives. But those who stay, those who keep believing even when nothing makes sense, inherit what others only dream of. Stay, don't you dare give up now. And I must tell you, this next part is sacred. Heaven is not only restoring what was lost, it's multiplying it. What was stolen will return sevenfold. The opportunities that slipped away will come back stronger, brighter, overflowing. God says, you thought I was silent, but I was setting the table. You thought I forgot, but I was preparing a feast in the presence of your enemies. The tables are turning, and this time your seat cannot be taken. If this message has found you, it means you are marked. It means heaven selected this exact hour for your awakening. The reason your heart is burning as you read is because your spirit recognizes this word as its own. You are stepping into the chapter you prayed for. You are entering the very moment your ancestors dreamed of. Archangel Michael says, the chains of delay are breaking. The curse of almost is ending. You will not come close this time, you will complete it. Breathe, yes, take a deep breath. Because heaven is breathing with you. That trembling in your hands, that sudden peace, these are not coincidences. These are confirmations. This is what divine alignment feels like when it reaches the natural realm. The winds that once opposed you are now pushing you forward. The very voices that once mocked you will soon witness your rise. But I must warn you again, do not drift, do not scroll away. The next words are the key to your release. God says, "Tell my child I am not only opening doors, I am shifting seasons." You have been standing in a hallway that felt endless, wondering when something will change. The answer is now. Heaven's clock just struck your appointed time. Your prayers have been weighed and your obedience has tipped the scales. What was delayed is now delivered. My beloved, your spirit has waited long for this hour. You thought the silence meant heaven forgot you, but heaven was working while you were weeping. Every unanswered prayer was being arranged behind the veil. And now the veil is lifting. You are stepping into divine exposure. You will not have to chase what's yours, it will chase you. Look around you. The atmosphere itself is different. What you feel right now is not emotion, it's manifestation. It's the sound of divine acceleration. Everything that was held back is rushing toward you. Every no that broke your heart is turning into a yes that will heal it. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them this is the hour of reversal. What fell apart will come together. What was stolen will return in glory. What was dead will live again." So stay in this flow, stay connected, stay awake. Because this is not just another message, it's a movement. Heaven is aligning you with destiny, and every word you receive adds another brick to the foundation of your breakthrough. Do not step out of alignment now. And before this revelation ends, listen to this final whisper. What's coming will arrive so fast that it will leave no room for fear. You will not have to beg for doors to open, they will open at your presence. You will not have to chase opportunities, they will chase you. You will not have to prove your worth, God Himself will vindicate you before all who doubted. This is your moment. Your name is being spoken in places you have never been. Angels are carrying your story to people who can change your future. You are not forgotten, not abandoned, not overlooked. Heaven is rewriting your ending, and this time it ends in victory. Hold these words close. Replay them in your spirit. Speak them aloud until your soul believes them. Because when faith and word align, nothing in heaven or earth can stop what's coming next. The shaking will not destroy you, it will position you. What feels like loss will soon reveal itself as alignment. The very ground beneath you is being rearranged to carry the weight of what's coming. Do you not see? The tables are turning. The first will become last, and the overlooked will be called forward. Heaven is rewriting the order, and your name is being lifted from the bottom of the list to the top. They will wonder how it happened so suddenly, but you will know it was not luck, it was divine reversal. And listen closely, because this next part is crucial. The silence you endured was not abandonment. It was preparation. Heaven hides its greatest moves in stillness. While you thought nothing was happening, roots were deepening, foundations were strengthening, and angels were aligning your timeline with God's perfect hour. That's why everything seemed delayed, because it was being perfected. You could not rush what was meant to last forever. Beloved, you are about to step into days so radiant that your past pain will look small compared to what is unfolding. I see light surrounding your name, and the heavens declaring, "This one endured." That word endured is your crown. You did not quit when it hurt. You did not curse when it broke. You held on when others let go. And now what was once crushing you will start carrying you. The same burden that made you cry will become the platform that makes you rise. You may not understand how close you are. Heaven often hides the final step in mystery so only faith can find it. But hear me, your next sunrise will not look like the last. You will wake up to news that makes your knees tremble, good news, unexpected favor, sudden opportunity. Heaven's speed will overtake you. What took years will happen in days. Because when divine timing strikes, it strikes like lightning, instant, undeniable, unstoppable. But child, guard your heart when the doors open. Not everyone who claps is for you. Some will smile to study you. Some will praise to possess what you carry. Be wise as the serpent but gentle as the dove. Heaven is calling you to discern beyond faces and words. Your next season requires spiritual eyesight, not emotional attachment. Don't return to what broke you just because it misses you. Don't reopen doors that heaven has sealed shut. For I tell you this, your destiny cannot fit inside old rooms. You have outgrown them. The space that once felt safe will now feel suffocating because your spirit has expanded. And what's waiting ahead is larger than your fear. Do not shrink, do not explain. Walk boldly into the unknown, for the unknown is the territory of miracles. Every giant waiting there will fall the moment you arrive, because your presence is now armed with heaven's command. I see restoration swirling like a storm, but this is not a storm of destruction, it's a storm of return. Lost opportunities, forgotten promises, relationships heaven approves of all are circling back. Some things you thought were gone forever are simply returning in a higher form. God never takes without the intent to multiply. The subtraction you felt was set up for divine addition. And there is something else, something sacred about to touch your name. I see authority resting upon your voice. When you speak now, it will carry weight. Your words will shift atmospheres. That's why you had to go through silence to learn the power of restraint. Now that you've tasted stillness, heaven can trust you with sound. You are not just being blessed, you are being entrusted. Remember this truth. Elevation always attracts exposure. When light increases, shadows grow louder. Do not let the noise distract you. The enemy will send counterfeits, voices pretending to confirm what heaven never said. Test every word. Align every promise with peace, not pressure. If it rushes you, it's not from God. If it anchors you, it is divine. Your discernment will be your greatest protection in this hour. Look within yourself. That trembling you feel right now is not fear, it's recognition. Your spirit knows this message is not random. It's the unlocking of something ancient, something written about you before time began. You are not hearing by accident, you are being summoned. Destiny is calling your full attention. Heaven has waited for you to reach this level of surrender, this exact posture of readiness. And now a decree is being released. The angels that waited for your endurance are opening the scrolls. I see your name shining like fire. Contracts, healings, reconciliations, sudden wealth transfers all flowing toward you. The chains that held your family line are snapping in the spirit. You are not just breaking through for yourself, you are breaking through for generations. Those after you will live freer because you chose to stay in the fire and not flee. The time has come to rise, not quietly, not timidly, but boldly with the authority of one who knows heaven stands behind them. Step forward as if the ground itself has been waiting for your feet because it has. Every delay was heaven's way of making sure the stage was built strong enough to hold what you carry. Now the curtain is lifting, the spotlight of heaven is finding you. Do not look back, do not second guess. Walk into the future like one sent, not one surviving. For you are not just a survivor, you are a sign. A living reminder that what God starts He finishes. That what was once broken can glow again. That what was buried can bloom again. The angels rejoice because your endurance has turned into evidence. The evidence that faith still works, that love still wins, that heaven still speaks. And child of destiny, this is not the end of the message, it is the beginning of manifestation. The shaking has ended, the release has begun. And soon you will look around and realize everything heaven promised is standing right in front of you. But because it is alignment. When you stay connected, heaven recognizes your consistency as faith. And faith, my child, is the highest currency in the kingdom. It is what moves mountains, opens gates, and summons angels into motion. That is why the enemy hates when you stay. He does not fear your talent, your knowledge, or your plans. What terrifies him is your persistence. Because when you persist, you activate heaven's attention. When you refuse to quit, you announce to the unseen realm that your hope is unbreakable. Do you not feel it even now? That quiet trembling in your chest, that burning in your spirit, it is not anxiety, it is awakening. Heaven is stirring your soul to remember who you are. You were never ordinary, you were never forgotten. You were chosen for this hour, placed in this generation with divine precision. Everything you lost, every delay, every betrayal, it was all leading to this revelation. The enemy tried to bury you, but he only planted you. And now heaven declares its harvest time. Listen carefully, my child, a divine exchange is happening even as you read. Sorrow is being traded for joy, weariness for strength, confusion for clarity. You will soon look at your reflection and not recognize yourself, not because your face changed, but because your spirit will shine brighter than ever before. Heaven is rewriting your story. Every dark chapter is becoming a testimony. Every wound is turning into wisdom. This is what grace does, it redeems what life tried to destroy. And yes, I must tell you this, there will be moments ahead where it will seem quiet again. You will question if heaven still speaks. But do not mistake silence for absence. In silence, heaven is strategizing. When you hear nothing, heaven is building something. It is in those moments of waiting that your roots grow deep, preparing you for the weight of your coming blessings. Do not run from the quiet, sit in it, breathe in it, and let heaven finish what it started. Beloved, you are not waiting for blessings, they are waiting for you to align. Do you see how everything connects? Every message, every word, every moment of endurance, it all builds a bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. Do not step off the bridge now. You are too close. I see doors opening in your name, doors of creativity, influence, and authority. You will not only receive wealth, you will carry wisdom that multiplies it. The world will look at you and know that heaven favored you. And I must speak to your heart about forgiveness. I know what they did to you. I know the pain that left scars deeper than words could touch. But heaven is saying, release them. Not because they deserve it but because you deserve peace. The anger you carry is a chain around your anointing. Let it break. As you forgive, new blessings will rush in. The same hands that hurt you cannot stop what God is about to give you. When you release, you rise. When you let go, you fly. Now listen, for I reveal a mystery. There are divine connections being aligned to find you. People who will see your worth, honor your purpose and open doors that were once sealed shut. These are not coincidences, they are divine appointments. Heaven is rearranging timelines, repositioning hearts and aligning paths to meet yours. You will know them by peace. When they speak, your spirit will recognize them. Do not chase, simply stay aligned and they will find you. But child, with new blessings come new responsibilities. Do not lose yourself in comfort. Remember who brought you here. Keep humility as your crown and gratitude as your armor. For the higher heaven lifts you, the more grounded you must remain. Never forget the wilderness, for it taught you dependence. Never despise the delays, for they taught you endurance. You will soon realize that what once felt like punishment was protection. Heaven hid you until it was time. And now the time has come. I see your name glowing on heaven's scroll. I see angels moving with haste. They are not walking, they are running, carrying packages marked fulfilled promises. They are coming to your home, your family, your destiny. Prepare your space, clear your heart, expect visitation. The same God who spoke light into darkness is about to speak restoration into your life. Everything that was delayed will suddenly accelerate. You will wake up to answered prayers that once felt impossible. Do not be afraid of speed. When heaven moves, it moves quickly. The years you lost will be restored in moments. The tears you cried in private will become laughter in public. And those who mocked your faith will watch your rise in awe. But as you ascend, stay rooted in truth. Do not forget that the purpose of blessing is not pride but impact. You are called to shine so others may find their way through your light. I must tell you one last secret, child. The most dangerous moment in your journey is not when you suffer, it's when you succeed. Because success can lull the soul to sleep. Stay awake, stay alert. Keep listening for heaven's instructions. Continue feeding your spirit daily, for revelation is not a one-time event, it's a continuous flow. That is why I say once more, subscribe not for numbers but for nourishment. For every message is a drop from heaven's river, and missing one can dry your spirit in ways you cannot see. Heaven has not brought you this far to leave you. Every moment of endurance, every tear of faith, every silent prayer has been collected. You are standing at the threshold of divine manifestation. The enemy tried to stop you here because he knew what was waiting just beyond this moment. But you will not quit, you will not turn back. You have come too far, fought too hard and believed too deeply to stop now. Heaven is cheering, the angels are ready, the scrolls are open. Stay until the end, for the end is not the end, it is the beginning of the life heaven always promised you. You are chosen, anointed, and unstoppable. The fire that once hurt you will now light your way. And the same tears that blurred your vision will water your victory. Stay steadfast. The breakthrough you've prayed for is already breathing your name. Do not step back now, my beloved. Every second you linger here, your spirit aligns more with heaven's strategy. Do you feel that pressure, that stirring in your chest, that sudden awareness? That is not coincidence. That is God nudging your soul forward, urging you to claim what has been prepared for you. Do not allow hesitation to dilute this moment. Every line you read is a call to action, every sentence a spark lighting the path to victory. You are meant to be here reading these words because this is the moment your endurance will birth your breakthrough. Look around your life and feel the subtle shifts already in motion. The situations that seemed permanent, the people who doubted, the failures that haunted you, they are all beginning to change. God is orchestrating an exchange. What was once loss is now lining up for gain. What was once closed doors is now corridors of opportunity. And every delay, every waiting season was carefully calibrated to prepare you for this exact hour. The enemy thought he could blind you to this truth, but you are awake now. You are aware. You see the hand of heaven moving where eyes cannot perceive. This is not imagination, this is revelation. And now listen carefully. There is someone, perhaps more than one, who sought to see you remain small. They smiled in your presence but whispered against you in shadows. They attempted to chain your destiny with lies and manipulation. But now the chains are breaking. The tables are turning. And the very ones who sought to suppress your favor will witness your rise. The divine law of restoration is in motion. Every insult spoken over you, every betrayal endured, every plot against you, God is not only reversing them. He is multiplying your blessings in return. What they meant for evil, God is transforming into glory. Feel it, my child. The air around you is shifting. That sudden lift in your spirit, the lightness that presses against your chest, the awareness that something extraordinary is near, these are heavenly confirmations. Angels are moving in your favor. Doors are swinging open. Opportunities you never imagined are rushing toward you. Wealth, provision, promotion, and favor are aligning as the stars align in the heavens. But here is the key: you must remain steadfast. You must endure. You must not allow distraction to pull you away from this unfolding reality. Your faith right now is what releases the next wave. Do not fear the shaking that is coming. Relationships will reorder. False friends may exit. Enemies will be exposed. Doors that seemed immovable will yield. But this shaking is necessary. Heaven does not rebuild on weak foundations. Every disruption, every removal, every sudden change is heaven removing what cannot remain so that what must arrive can settle. And in the midst of this you are being elevated. Do not misinterpret the intensity as punishment. It is preparation. It is realignment. It is the forging of your breakthrough. And wealth, my beloved, is being released. Not the trivial temporary kind, but wealth that brings security, influence, and opportunity. Provision that enables you to fulfill purpose, bless others, and sustain your destiny. Heaven is opening the vaults, sending rivers of resources your way. Yet to handle it rightly your heart must be prepared. Endurance here proves your readiness. Faithfulness now ensures the treasure will not slip through your grasp. If you can endure the whispers, the temptations, the small tests, you will be trusted with abundance beyond imagination. Consider this deeply: the enemy wanted you to miss this moment. He wanted your mind restless, your spirit distracted, your focus fractured. Every second you remain here reading, absorbing, believing, you dismantle his schemes. Your persistence is his nightmare. Each word you endure is a weapon, each paragraph a shield, each sentence a key unlocking doors that were locked for decades. The moment you finish this message, the alignment will accelerate. What seemed distant will appear suddenly. What seemed impossible will unfold unexpectedly. And remember, my child, the healing is real. Those wounds you carried, those betrayals you endured, the nights you felt alone, they are being healed now. The scars are softening, the memories losing their sting. God is not only restoring what was lost. He is elevating you beyond the previous heights of your spirit. You are stepping into a new identity, unshakable, radiant, victorious. Do not allow doubt to cloud this truth. Do not allow hesitation to dilute this moment. Stand firm, believe with every fiber of your being. The angels await your confirmation in endurance to release your destiny fully. You have carried the weight of generations. You have endured for yourself and for those who follow. And now the cycle ends with you. Chains that sought to bind your lineage are breaking. Blessings that were delayed are arriving. Favor that was hidden is appearing. And the people who doubted, who laughed, who mocked, they will witness the unfolding of what heaven has prepared. This is your vindication, your exaltation, your appointed hour. But you must choose to see it through. To skip, to stop, to drift is to miss the culmination of what God has labored to prepare. Remain steadfast, endure, receive. Lean in further, for I will say it plainly. Abundance, restoration, honor, promotion and peace are all within your reach. The heavens are moving. The enemy is scrambling. Angels are at attention, ready to release your harvest. But your hands, your heart, your focus, your faith, they are required. This is your hour, your season, your breakthrough. Receive it, hold fast, stay until the last word. Each moment you endure now shapes your eternity. Do not drift, do not leave, do not doubt. The fullness of your promise is near, and it is yours to claim if you remain.